Good morning. I want to talk about gear, specifically the XT3 and the lenses I use the most. Let me start off by saying I'm a Sony shooter at heart. In the world of photography, I was basically raised by Sony. There's many reasons I did the switch, which I could talk about in another video, but the main reason was weight. I mean, the portability. See, I define myself as a minimalist photographer, videographer, accomplishing the shot I want with very little. There is a slight learning curve with the dials and the enormous menu it has. But once you get past that, the honeymoon phase, it never ends. And yes, it's a crop sensor. I don't care. Let's talk about what really matters. These are the lenses I use the most. This is the 10-24 at f4, the 35mm prime at f2, and the 16mm prime at f1.4. As you know, my favorite things to shoot are landscapes. Seascape photography is by far my favorite, and that's when the 10-24 comes in. I want you to see my art as a whole. Everything. As the viewer, I want your eyes to go to corner as I show you how I define art in the world of photography. Here's some of the photos I took using the 10-24. Let's take a look at one of my recent images. The fact that I was able to capture the sunset and the graffiti in the rocks was possible because of this lens. Just a must-have, especially if you're into landscape, seascape like I am. All right, the 16mm prime at f1.4. Holy damn. This is definitely my go-to lens, the lens I use the most. It's so sharp. I mean, it makes... What the hell? This lens makes me a better photographer than what I really am. I've used this lens for portraits, for landscapes, for cityscape, for urban, for street, fine art, and for video. I mean, it's arguably the best Fujifilm lens. And last but not least, the 35mm at f2. I mean, look at this. This is tiny. Again, portability, weight. And the f2 seems right for the style of portraits that I do. See, look, check this one out. And this one, and this one. I mean, there's really no reason you can't bring this lens. And that's it. Like I said, I'm a minimalist shooter, and this has been my setup for almost 3 years. Remember, the body provides megapixels, but the lenses provide quality. But I want to know what's your favorite lens and why. Oh, hold on. Some honorable mentions are the 23mm prime at f2, which I don't use much, and the 18-55, which I use usually for video only. All right, that's it.